Easter, celebrated by millions of Americans around the United States and the world. But let me ask you this. Do you know what you're actually celebrating? And do you know the twisted, dark origins of Easter? Well, you can run from the truth and click off this video. Or you can pause this video, go grab a snack and a drink, and sit back and let me tell you all about it. This is the twisted, dark origins of Easter. Easter's history, while now a joyful Christian celebration, has a darker side rooted in ancient pagan traditions, persecution, and superstition. Early Christian celebrations were met with Roman persecution, with many Christians executed for refusing to worship Roman gods. Medieval times saw intense religious fervor, with accusations of heresy and witchcraft, sometimes leading to trials and executions. Additionally, the holiday's connection to springtime festivals involving animal and even human sacrifices, while not directly part of modern Easter, echoes the pagan roots of the holiday. Chapter 1. Pagan Origins and Symbolism. Eostre, Ostara. The name Easter likely comes from the Anglo-Saxon goddess of spring, Eostre, and her associated springtime festival. Tammuz Ishtar. Some theories link Easter to the ancient Mesopotamian legend of Tammuz, also known as Dumuzi, and Ishtar, also known as Inanna, where Tammuz's death and return are associated with the changing seasons. Eggs and rabbits. The association of eggs and rabbits with Easter is often traced back to pagan traditions, where these animals were symbols of fertility and new life. Some theories suggest the Easter bunny originated with the Saxon goddess Eostre transforming a bird into a hare. Early Christians faced persecution for celebrating Easter, which they viewed as a day of both faith and suffering. Medieval superstitions. During the Middle Ages, Easter was a time of intense religious fervor, with accusations of heresy and witchcraft often linked to the holiday. These accusations sometimes led to trials and executions, reflecting the darker side of religious zeal. Blood sacrifices and other dark traditions. Animal sacrifices. Many ancient spring festivals, including those that influenced Easter, involved animal sacrifices. Human sacrifices. Some traditions even involved human sacrifices to appease the gods. Why we dye eggs. For example, red eggs. The practice of dyeing eggs red, sometimes seen as a remembrance of Christ's blood, can be traced back to early Christian traditions, though the custom's origins may also be linked to pagan symbolism. Romans were primarily pagan, worshipping a polytheistic pantheon of gods and goddesses. This was the dominant religious practice of the Roman Empire for centuries. The term pagan itself is used to describe the practice of non-Christian religions in the Roman Empire. Let's talk a little more about the goddess Eostre, also known as Ostara, is a Germanic goddess associated with spring, dawn, and fertility. She is believed to be the origin of the name Easter, which was used for a pre-Christian spring festival, later adopted by Christians. Key aspects of Eostre. Spring goddess. Eostre is strongly associated with the arrival of spring, the renewal of the earth, and the rebirth of life after winter. Dawn and light. She is also seen as a goddess of the dawn, representing the light and new beginnings that spring brings. Her connection to fertility is reflected in the symbolism of eggs and hares, which are often associated with Easter and Eostre. Let's dive deeper into these mythical figures. While details about her are limited, Eostre is often linked to a story about transforming a bird into a rabbit to save it from the winter cold, which also retains the ability to lay eggs. Easter's origins. The Venerable Bede, an 8th century English monk, is credited with linking the name Easter to Eostre, suggesting that it was the name of a pre-Christian spring festival, later adopted by Christians.